happens. Matador versus JoJ starting here on PS2. Matador already going into the dash dancing. Really wants to just mix up his movement. Okay, and JoJ practicing his footstooling. Obviously wants to get that Maryland Gimmer tech. Throwing out the bike already. Ooh. JoJ almost got read by that, but the spacing was just a little bit off. Parries the bike. Not a fast-moving projectile, so not the hardest, but still possible. Oh. Oh, man. The pressure. Obviously, JoJ doesn't really know what to do out of shield when he sees Matador just jumping around, being a tricky little devil. Uh-oh. Lots of damage coming out right now. Matador at 88% has to make up the distance somehow. Oh, what's he gonna do? Okay, so goes for the quick draw a little bit later. Wants to snap to ledge. Matador still going for some chomps. I definitely wouldn't be surprised if we see Matador go for the prodigal, the chomp off stage. Definitely trying to drag him down. If he gets in the lead, it might either be that or the waft that puts JoJ in his grave, but right now he's staying even enough. And just like that, he gets caught with a bike. Not much movement mix-up you can have at that position. Very nice. Matador kind of smiling that off. I mean, he knew what was happening. This is PS2 after all. Wow. Oh, look at all that damage. Oh, here we go. That is really good stuff from Matador, taking the lead again early, like I thought.
All right, what we got going on? We got some Ike. We got Wario.
Yeah. Ike versus Matador. I mean, obviously, like I said, this is a matchup we saw several months ago, and this is the first time I've seen it since then.
This is true. And JoJ has not been around for a while, but we have
now it's
seen
winter
his
break.
name.
It's time.
I was about to say, we've seen his name sprinkled around at Xanadu.
And Tech Time. Or not Tech Time, sorry. Flex.
For
at
sure.
the Game Jam.
So he has definitely been, he's been on the grind.
Yeah.
And he showed out today and got that level up, got that clutch dub over Ben.
He absolutely did. And now it's showing against Matador. Matador used that half waft, so he doesn't have the ability to use it. Or he can use it again soon, but he doesn't have the full waft that's available for him. So this 47% doesn't really mean anything to JoJ.
Not at all. All right, nice up out of shield, getting plenty of damage.
Yeah.
It's probably already at kill percent.
Yeah, he's still going for the old armor through whatever Matador's throwing out. It's been helping him a lot in bracket so far. It's helping him again here.
He's been making some fantastic adjustments that's showing in this match right here.
Yeah.
Or in this stock.
Showing that his spacing is like still top level.
I think he's also excelling at making it so they can't really approach as openly as they would like to. He's setting up a pretty good wall.
Yeah. Very, very true. And it's sometimes easy to do that with that mix. I know the jump mix-ups that he just doesn't move. Like he just goes for short hops, waits, looks for like the late back air.
But he switches it up so much. Like we saw earlier when he was on the ledge, he did retreating fair.
Yeah, it's true. Like Matador just needs to adapt a little bit better, I think. He had some good reads. Like he had a lot of good combos. Very good quick damage that he was able to get, but that was all it takes. You know, all it takes is like a couple good hits, and JoJ's back in the game.
Hey man, that's JoJ.
Yeah,
that's
he's throwing a lot of smash attacks too. I think more so than I used to see, but I mean, it's hard to say. His ground game has definitely gotten really, really good.
Oh wow, actually not getting that up air.
Yeah,
missing some free damage. That's not like him.
Yeah, it is true.
I also like his patience.
Who, JoJ? Yeah.
Yes.
Extremely. He's very patient.
Unfortunately, I think the way that Matador is going to have to beat him is just like that.
Yeah.
Where he didn't necessarily camp, but I think he needs to.
Yeah,
He's
I think so
catching him
too.
a lot with his up B. And
absolutely.
You get such a good punish.
Yeah, you do, because, I mean, Ike has a lot of end lag, and you know, if you shield it, there's a lot of hits then too. It's like sometimes that's all you need.
Yeah, and Wario doesn't have a disjoint or anything like that. Nothing crazy besides waft, so he can't. I honestly just don't think he can ledge guard him. He doesn't have the tools to do it.
That is true, and Matador obviously knows how to use Wario's very good airspeed to his advantage.
Exactly.
Can get in close very quickly.
So I just think he has to acknowledge. The sooner that he acknowledges that he can't play half the game because of his lack of a kit.
Oh, wow, yeah.
he'll start to
Yeah,
excel
JoJ got
more just
really,
like
really
that.
greedy by finishing up that jab. Obviously, it was very tough for
It's a
Matador.
mix-up. Regardless,
Oh, it is. But that's the second time he's gone for it.
I mean, it's either you can eat the F smash in the middle of the jabs, or you can eat it at the end. Pick one.
Yeah, Matador knows that is the second time he's got caught with that off the platform, just in that same exact way. Like,
Oh, okay, just slightly out of the up tilt range.
right.
But nice call out from Matador. Honestly, it's just the fact he doesn't have. I mean, he has good range and good space, but I got that dish throw, dog.
Yeah, and again, stuff like dash
nice.
attack,
Oh,
very,
I
very
love
long
that
end lag,
mix-up.
still extremely punishable for Matador.
And I think JoJ is probably the only person in existence still playing Ike.
To what?
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Still playing Ike.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
I like that bait. All right, and JoJ might be dead here. All right.
But
Keep
full
hitting.
Walt is on deck. And JoJ knows he's got to take the stock soon because in about 10 more percent, it's probably could be death for him.
I know if he gets some of the up tilt here.
Yep.
Although
Waiting to two frame.
Ike is pretty chunky.
Yeah, for sure. This time, Matador
Yeah,
gets
he's
out of it.
definitely dead. Oh,
No, he's not. Wario heavy.
fantastic DI.
Wow.
Now
Okay,
he's
that time, yeah, for sure. The F tilt, you get sent at such a strong angle that's like there's no way.
There is no angle. It's only 90 degrees.
Yeah, really.
Although I guess from that angle it would technically be 0 degrees.
Well, or 180. Oh, doesn't reverse the up tilt. Thought he was going to go farther in, and Matador sitting on that waft.
So it's the same thing that happened last game where, oh my God,
God, what a read.
JoJ is excelling in this last stock and he's really just kind of running away with the momentum. Honestly, seeing the playstyle from what he started with and how
Oh my
he
God,
is now,
no.
he's playing a lot slower or a lot faster.
He
than
is playing a lot
started.
faster, especially as Ike. You never expect to see Ike go this aggro sometimes. Like, especially as like a Wario, you kind of want to wait a little bit, but JoJ just throwing these moves out.
And unfortunately for,
Oh man,
oh my God,
almost bad DI.
Unfortunately for Matador, he just even trying to get in takes a toll.
Yeah. Wow. Just trying to fish for a back air, and all of a sudden gets caught at 120. JoJ taking the F tilt again. Again, his ground game is so good.
Absolutely.
It's definitely enough to keep him in this game. He's going to take game one, and Matador now running it back, I think, to PS2. I think I just saw.
All right. So he's you know, I've come to the realization, and I like what Matador's doing by not changing the map or anything. I've come to the realization that these matches, given they have been close, even if you get slapped, you shouldn't switch, right?
Yeah.
So the only time you should ever really switch is if you really feel like it. But sometimes people just get beat so bad they're like, I can't play that.
Oh, yeah.
And it happens. Oh, and you know that quick 57% also happens.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. I mean, we saw JoJ switch to Diddy earlier in the night, but that was when he lost, right? So it's
That's
like
gross.
literally
Who
he
plays
got
Diddy anymore?
He plays Diddy. Archie plays Diddy.
I was about to say Archie.
Yeah.
Boss plays Diddy.
I would say like Diddy's actually like kind of low-key pretty good. He's just very specific. Like he has a lot of setups and everything, but it's like if you know the tech, like you can actually do a lot, especially with the Infinite now. Like Diddy, the Diddy Infinite.
It's not now. He's always had it.
Well, I know, but I mean, people are optimizing it. So people are actually like learning it and practicing it and getting it a lot more now. It's more,
Yeah. See, this right here is the tough part for Matador.
Matador, right?
So like in his later stocks, he feels that pressure, so he just tries to go in.
Ooh.
Right now, we see him playing a bit more, bit slower, not committing because we see that JoJ 3 attacks. He just threw them out.
Wow, that angle, not ideal.
Unfortunately, he can't necessarily stay grounded because the same option that JoJ is using in the air to catch him will also catch him on the ground.
Ooh, okay. See, again, JoJ getting so greedy, trying to finish out the jab, and literally Matador is ready with a big fist in his face. Again, these combos. Matador does find, one good advantage state and runs off with it.
This is very true.
But he's just getting there that's sometimes more difficult, especially against Ike, where, just getting in is, even with even with Wario airspeed, it is so tough.
But we do see fantastic from Matador just starting to respect his spacing a whole lot more.
Absolutely. I was literally saying, like, I mean, his spacing is, like, miles better than it was at the beginning of the set.
And unfortunately, although he's still playing fantastically, like we've seen this twice already, where Joj has popped off on 2 stocks with 2 hits in 1.
True, but he gets the back air.
All right.
And now it is time. Like, doesn't even need to charge the waft. It's ready to go.
Now this is where he starts. This is where Joj actually starts to pick it up. And
Right,
Matador
especially
starts
last
to
game. This was where he turned it around, pretty much.
Both games, Matador has lost from a 2 stock or 1 stock advantage.
Yeah.
So I think it's just like he wants to come back.
Right.
He wants to be able to finish it out, seal it out.
Right, and Matador, obviously, he had the bike on stage. Joj limited his options by not destroying the bike, and Matador getting ready to recharge it now.
Yep.
Not that he can use it. Oh, the taunt coming out. I love it.
And look at him. Like, this is just what happens. He's going for things.
Oh, my! Yeah, he gets it. No, he's not dead. He's not dead. He's not dead.
Matador hit him with the surprise face.
The jank.
So unfortunately.
Oh, but down tilt dash attack absolutely will do it.
I don't know, though. That was looking a little close.
The DI was strong. The DI was very strong from Joj.
The DI was strong.
But I was on ledge. It was like literally on ledge.
Yeah, and I think any farther and he might have been able to survive that, which would have been obnoxious. But
yeah,
here we are.
So not going to get 3-0'd. Matador takes game 3. This is where it gets interesting because Matador could end up reverse 3-0ing.
This is true. Unfortunately for Matador, I think he has to acknowledge the fact that just because he's up, he still is losing. Because that's what's happened in the past 2 games where he'll be up and he'll then just lose.
That is true. That is true. And it's not that it's not that he just like stops playing optimally. Like Joj just starts catching the he starts predicting, and he caught a couple like really clutch up smashes that probably Matador wouldn't have expected.
Well, that right there.
Yeah,
he has to respect it. Like
he does.
He can't float in like he would normally do because it's not viable.
Exactly.
Like he has the range, he can catch him.
Yeah, even if you fade away, like, but that's what he has to approach with. He goes for the nair like almost every time. Like very rarely will he go for the fair just to approach. He might do a couple falling up airs, but
Joj is jumping a lot, but I think he needs to start going.
See, there it is.
I think he needs to start going for a lot more grabs, honestly.
Yeah.
Because if he can't beat the armor one way, there's only one other way to get around it.
Right, or at least the command grab. Like the bite, I feel like the bite should have been a really clutch option for Matador, but we haven't seen it nearly as much this set. There it is. But he misses it.
The bite is still odd. It's not like it has armor on it.
Oh, I know, but it can at least catch Ike while the hitboxes are still coming out.
Yeah, but the up B still has that sweep on the initial jump 2D blade. Trey can still catch him with that.
True. And in situations like that, obviously, Ike does have a lot of moves that can beat the bite. So, yeah, it's definitely impossible. But I think Matador just was trying to condition maybe a little bit, and now he's going for a lot of bite. And I think it's like Joj kind of read it.
All right, and this is actually a bit more dangerous. So I think Joj had the stock advantage for a little bit in the last game, but this is the first like real major stock advantage he's had.
Right. Oh, nice pivot grab.
So I'm gonna look for Matador. Obviously, he's in a down, so he can't necessarily just kind of wait things out. Oh my God!
Now he's really down. Joj gets his confirm, and without any platforms, like Matador doesn't really have the ability to make a lot of coverage in a short period of time. He's still got to get like a couple combos, but right now he wants to get something that he can kill with down tilt dash attack or I don't know, maybe back air. Oh, goes all the way under the stage. Definitely knows that he doesn't want to challenge that up B.
All right, another nice pivot grab coming out from Joj.
Good air dodge to get away from that up air. Yeah, down tilt dash attack almost. Okay, not gonna kill though. Oh wow, Matador almost. Oh no! What on earth